Oh boy, here we go again with another react with ShoeOnHead. And I don't mean oh boy, I mean just the title of this, America is in shambles. Don't worry, Shoe, I am pretty sure Canada is too. Because everywhere I look, it is a hot mess lately. And I don't know if it's because, like, election times and crap are coming up and over here or what. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the political parties because none of them ever deliver on what they say. But anyways, let's just react to what she has to say and listen to the woman, right? Yeah.
My fellow Americans, I regret to inform you that it is that time again. Election time.
Oh, shit. That's why everything's going, like, to hell's deep over there and here, and it's just like, jeez.
Every 4 years we have to deal with this. Are you voting for the red files or the blue files? The red drone strikes or the gay drone strikes? Dead Palestinians or dead Palestinians? We're tired of it. They should just pick one guy to protect democracy and have him rule forever. And I think that guy should be me. I am officially announcing that I have once again decided to run for president. I know my last campaign didn't go very well after they found the tweets. Black people say it all the time. I can't say it. Let's take a look at our candidates. Trump, old, orange, woman. What is a filibuster?
What?
I don't know. I get all my opinions from Twitter. And my husband. Let's talk about Israel. Build back better.
Oh my.
Agenda 47. Let me introduce you to the Shoe New Deal. Bring back the red Pizza Hut cups.
I remember those.
Gone.
What?
Make McDonald's colorful again.
Okay, wait. I do agree with the McDonald's. It looks like corporate sadness now everywhere. It's just dull, fucking brown. It used to be colorful. Bring back the clown. Hashtag bring Ronnie back. Sorry for that pause, Chew. You look. It's not flattering.
Millennial gray shit.
Yeah.
Government-sponsored big titty goth girlfriends. Make to be mean to me. Imprison people who sleep in jeans.
Well, fun fact there, Shu. I don't know if it's true or not, but you basically can't be mean to our prime minister over here in Canada. He's just, yeah. That's all I'm gonna say on that. It's a whole debacle. Oh, that is not a flattering face right now. I am sorry. Every time I pause in these reactions, everyone has the most unflattering faces in the pause. In that frame.
Finally, deport all the Greeks. Who's gonna be my VP? Alex Jones. So vote for me. Or else.
Yeah.
The DNC is being held in Chicago. There's a Kennedy in politics and an assassination attempt. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 1968. It has been a crazy few weeks. I'm sorry that I have been gone. I've been very busy, as some of you know now, and as some of you guessed, I have recently had a baby. And as it turned out,
called that out a long time ago.
A lot of your time. And it's weird, like, I don't really care about politics anymore, but at the same time, I care about them more than ever. Like, I feel like
Well, yeah, because, like, now that you're a parent, your kid's got to go forth into that world at some point, and your voting power, you're hoping will make a difference for the better. It's the best way I can say it.
Care more about the future.
Yeah.
But also, I don't care about what this political streamer said about this political streamer. It is so freeing. I highly recommend
it. Is a shit-flinging contest out there right now.
Politics. I'm retired until further notice. I just couldn't help myself. Too much has happened. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. The news has been absolutely insane. I cannot.
Shoo. One thing you're gonna have to remember, like, it's only gonna keep going worse and worse as time goes on. Like, all I can say is, like, it's just gonna get worse and worse as time goes on, and that's sad. A sad fact that we have to deal with.
Not keep up with it. The media has been more biased and extreme than usual, but thankfully there is a tool to help you navigate through all of that.
Let's see it.
So before we get into
let's have it.
Get into today's sponsor, a sponsor I've been working with for over 3 years.
What
now,
is it?
Ground News. Ground News is a website and an app on a mission to give readers a fun, transparent way to keep up with the news. And it lets you compare how stories are covered all across the political spectrum, from left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of the political bias, ownership, and headlines of the sources reporting to help you get all the information you...
I'll be honest, I don't know anything about what the left is, what the right is, etc. Like, I don't follow politics. It's never been my thing. I've always been under the impression it doesn't matter who you vote for, they're gonna screw you over no matter what. We haven't had good people in the offices basically since, like, the 60s, in a way.
You need to understand the full story. The blind spot feature shows what stories are being underreported from the left and the right. For example, here is a story about how Trump apparently said disabled people should die.
Wow.
What? Right away, we can see how this story has been covered by 19 sources, and 78% were left-wing. Barely any right-wing outlets are reporting on.
Oh, I hate The Guardian. Only because when I'm looking at news feeds sometimes, and it pops up in my news feed, if you click on that crap, oh, you gotta pay to look at this article. It's like, I'm not paying for the news. Like, I would rather spend a couple bucks on an old-timey newspaper at that point and get more value for that.
On this. Or this one about how the Secret Service apparently refused to use drone protection before the Trump rally in Pennsylvania.
Well, I can see why they wouldn't want to use a drone, but that's probably because they're not 100% secure still.
Yeah. Yikes. 13 sources covered this, and 100% of them were from the right. 0% of left-wing sources.
Hold on. I'm gonna think. I don't know. I don't know any of those besides. No, I actually don't know any of those ones.
Covering this. What's cool is you can even see who owns these media outlets.
Huh. That is kind of neat.
My favorite feature of Ground News is how easy it is to see how political bias can affect the framing of a story. It's so funny. For example, this story.
It's terrible, actually.
Netanyahu's speech to Congress underscores U.S. complicity in Gaza war. And this is how a right-wing source frames the exact same story. Are you ready?
Let's hear it.
Akbar. Protesters burn American flag, rage outside Netanyahu's speech. I have been using Ground...
Yeah, I have no idea what's been going on over there. I've seen stuff going on with graffiti and flag burnings and whatnot. I just like... Maybe Canada's not doing as bad as I thought, but that's debatable still.
Ground News every day since 2020. It is one of my all-time favorite apps, one of the first apps I open in the morning. Best of all, you can currently get 40% off their Vantage plan, which gives you unlimited access to their amazing features. Get the
There's
deal
the catch.
by going to ground.news/shoe using the QR code on the screen.
Sorry,
or
Shoe.
the link in the video description. And now, back.
I'm sorry, Shoe, but $4 US is like almost $8/$10 Canadian because our money sucks a lot of times. And that's like sorry, I'm going on a tangent, but that's like X, the dumpster fire, which it is now because of Elon Musk. But it costs as much as a Starbucks, but if you want to get rid of all those pesky ads, let me tell you, it'll cost you $30 Canadian. Like, fuck you. I don't want to pay $30 to get rid of ads, you jerk.
Back to the video.
Not my fault your thing's hemorrhaging money.
I do not watch mainstream media. It's all biased and fake and bought by big pharma and the military-industrial complex, blah, 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 you know.
She's not wrong. Like, if you go out there and look at some of, like, the owners of some of these companies, yeah, there's a whole, like, family tree, I guess you could say, with the lines that connect to all these things. And I didn't realize the one company that made air compressors basically owns almost everything. Like, I think it's the Fitzgerald Company or something. I probably pronounced that wrong or something, but it's like, no, that's Scott and something. My brain is too fried. But it basically goes like one company is a little company, goes into a bigger company, and then that company is owned by something else, and that bigger company owns everything else, and it's just like, jeez.
Know me. So instead, I tune into the real news.
Will Donald Trump win the next presidential? No, thank you. Will Joe Biden be the president for the next 4 years?
Well, that aged badly. Oh, wait.
Interesting. Thank you. Is the ocean considered another dimension?
What?
Yes, thank you.
Trump and Biden had a debate, and well...
Okay, I never understood those feely rods things, those rod things for water finding, whatever the hell you want to call them. Because what to do is tilt your hands left or right, basically, or away from you ever so slightly or towards you ever so slightly, and you could just make them do whatever you want. So I don't know.
It went exactly how we all expected.
The total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol and more.
Even Trump's confused here. Holy shit! Trump's like, "What did you say?"
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said. I don't think he knows what he said either.
You know, I have my opinions, but let's see.
That's the one time I will say yeah.
To watch. Understandable. Have a nice day.
Joe, you did such a great job. You answered every question you wanted.
Did I?
Answered every question? The bar is in hell. At first, Democrats tried to play it off like Biden had a cold. They kept Biden in the basement for so long, and now the whole world sees his brain melting live on TV.
Well, everyone's been saying, like that I heard, like, okay, I listen to the radio at work, and they cover a little bit of this sometimes, and it's just like, the best way to describe this whole Biden situation's been A Weekend at Bernie's. The movie, that is, not Bernie Sanders.
With the COVID, excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
They couldn't deny it anymore, and people have been talking about it for years. I have been talking about it for years.
Yeah, don't have old people in charge of the country, because I don't want to sound mean, but it's just like, after a certain point, you're... How even my ability to process information is starting to decline. But it's just like, after a certain point, it gets harder and harder to recall stuff. And that's just a fact of life for the most part, like... Because you're getting older, like, unless you're exercising your brain as much as possible, too, like, all the time, too. I'm not. I will fully admit that I am one of those people that used to be really good at puzzles and problem-solving stuff. Now, I'm only good at really problem-solving stuff to get something to work from point A to point B, and that's in a clench, like a MacGyver moment.
We all saw it, and it's only gotten worse. And it's, like, fucked up to think about, because it just kind of shows, like, of course we all knew this, but they really don't give a fuck about us. If this is truly the most important election of our lifetime, and if democracy is at stake, why were you putting up this rotting corpse of a man? The Democrats had 4 years to find someone else. 4 years! There are a ton of other options, like, I would vote for Gavin Newsom.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know any of his policies, but he looks like a serial killer, and that's why we need to repeal the 19th. I'm just kidding. Am I? Everything I say is a joke, unless you agree with it, then I'm serious. There's just no way Trump is losing. It would take a miracle. It would take something like, I don't know, Trump getting shot in the head at a rally in Pennsylvania.
I see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Now, I want to know how this guy's ear grew back, like, in a couple days. I'm doing shit. But, I don't know, the whole thing seems fishy to me. Like, I can't prove or deny if this was... Like, what kind of president fist pumps, and what kind of crowd does not scatter?
I shit you not, I found out about this because of a meme on Twitter. The world could be ending, and I wouldn't know unless I saw a meme on Twitter. The bullet just grazed his ear because he turned at the last second to look at some immigration chart. Being racist literally saved his life. There's a lesson in that. The shooter was identified as Thomas Crooks, a 20-year-old who managed to find an unoccupied, unguarded roof not too far from the rally.
How? How would that be unguarded? Like, you have... I don't know, I can't tell if the Secret Service over there is just lacking or what anymore.
Roof would be unguarded, laid down and aimed a rifle at the former president.
The fact that I saw a little bit of this, because it's like, it's impossible to get away from this crap. That there are people recording this dude getting in the position. It's just like, well, either sometimes you have people there to protect, but they're usually in suits, and you can tell, kind of thing.
Without being noticed. Oh wait, he was noticed.
Yeah.
By everyone, except the people who should have noticed.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look. There he is right there. Right there, see him? He's laying down, see him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
He's on the roof. He's right.
We have people that
Right here. Right on the roof.
Either this was insane incompetence, or they let it happen. I'm leaning more towards the former because if you look at our bridges and airplanes, America is in shambles.
Yeah.
People were laughing about how some of the cops protecting Trump were women, and like, come on now, that's sexist. They were making these awful memes like this. No, but like actually though, why did they have a 5'3" woman protecting a 6'3" man? The shooter could have had another clear shot of his head. Like, look at that. Look at that. What is that? Like, what
Well,
happened?
not only that, Trump got up and started fist pumping. Like, dude could have got another shot off right then and there. And yeah, like, what the hell? I don't know. I'm not trying. I've played too many video games. And I'm not saying video games blame violence. I'm just saying it's just logistics and logic. Like, hey, if you're not securing your grounds for the president, what are you doing?
Did the Secret Service initiate some DEI program? That would be like something out of a right-wing boomer meme.
To expand hiring, they're aiming to have 30% women recruits by 2030.
Oh. Oh no. Breaking. FBI confirms that Trump's ear was struck by a bullet. Wow, thanks guys. How much did they pay you in taxes again? Also, now that the FBI said it, I'm kind of doubting it. This is like when the government confirmed there were aliens and then I stopped believing that there.
Okay, I'm not. You know, I can't say nothing because there is some stuff the FBI was involved with back in the day, and plenty of people have covered it. But yeah, it's just like the FBI has not always been that clean. Oh, I'm sorry, Shu. That looks like that does not flatter you at all.
There were aliens. The way we were so
Yeah,
close to
aliens. I forgot about
seeing
that.
Trump's head be blown into smithereens. The worst way to be blown. It is so what was the motivation behind this? I mean, the shooter would have to be some crazy leftist or maybe a crazy far-right person who didn't like Trump, right? Well, we don't know, because apparently this 20-year-old had no social media presence. Okay, we do know that he donated to the Democrats and was a registered Republican. The internet was really desperate to find any kind of motive, but the only thing the media seemed to report on was the fact that the last thing he did was watch porn, getting in one more goon sesh before getting shot in the head by the feds. Personally, I think it's important to know what kind of porn he was looking at. I think that will set the record straight. Was it furry porn? Leftist. Hentai? Right-wing. Feet? Centrist. Latex, balloon inflation, BDSM, sissy hypno?
Jeez.
ShoeOnHead fan. I was talking about like
Jeez.
the MK Ultra suddenly kicked in and I went on like a killing spree. Good luck figuring out my politics. Trump shooter used gaming site that features presidential assassination games. For those of you who don't know, they're talking about Steam. He doesn't even own the game. He didn't even play the game. This would be like being called a pedo because you have Netflix and Cuties is on Netflix even though you never watched Cuties. He's not trans. He's not Muslim. We can't figure out his political identity. Who do we blame? Gamers. Now, I'm not a believer in stochastic terrorism. I think that's a little goofy. People should be allowed to criticize people. But if you're like...
The gamer thing kind of takes me back to when Vice City came out and what was it? The Clinton administration or whatever it was back then was trying to go after video games for being too violent and whatnot, and it's just like, in some cases, yeah, some games could be too violent, but come on, PS2 era? Dude. That shit was goofy as hell compared to nowadays, and janky. Like, you had boxes to fight with, essentially, back then now, compared to now. But anyways, that's a tangent for another time and for another video I'm pretty sure someone else has covered.
Hitler's Hitler! Eventually someone is gonna try to kill Hitler. But it is crazy to think about how, like, this will be in the history books. This will be in my son's history book.
Well, congrats on the boy. But that photo right there, I don't even know how to feel about it because, like, it is so over the top, like, American that it's just like, I don't know anymore. I've been exposed to too much AI crap on the internet that it's getting hard for me to tell what's real and what's not anymore. And that's a bad thing for the whole world.
but it will look more like this. Now, unfortunately, someone did die. One of the bullets hit Corey Comparator as he was
Yeah, I heard about
protecting
this
his
after the
family.
fact, but it was
There
like,
were people like mocking this, which is insane to me. Like, it's one thing to make fun of a failed assassination.
the other problem is with that though, like these people who passed away sadly from this, like it was completely buried under the other crap that was going on.
Attempt, even a successful assassination attempt on a politician. If we can't mock or criticize the people in power, there is an issue. But it's another thing to mock a innocent Trump supporter that died. The guy didn't have any power. He wasn't a politician. He was just a dude. I don't like where stuff like this leads. And sure, you could say, oh, if a Biden supporter died, you know, MAGA would be laughing about it too. And like, sure, like, can you just have some principles? Oh, speaking of, libs of TikTok started doxing people for making jokes about the assassination on Facebook and getting people fired from their job.
That's... I don't even know if that's legal. Like, I am not a legal person either, but this sounds like you're getting fired just over a comment now. Jeez. I have no idea anymore. I don't understand this world anymore.
Including some old lady who like worked at Home Depot. Like her life is miserable enough, man. She's like 65 working at Home Depot. Libs of TikTok just completely forgetting the reason she started the account in the first place, to make fun of cringy liberal behavior like getting people fired for jokes and political opinions online. I have been incredibly consistent over the years.
Yes, you have.
Retarded. But one of the things I've been very consistent on, one of my principles is being against getting people fired for like things they said online. If you don't have principles, you are no better than your enemy. And
the thing is though, Shoe, like back in the day, you could not say shit like this because you had to say it to someone's face, and odds are you would get an ass whipping. Just saying, like, I am sorry for the frame. It's never flattering when I pause, and I apologize to you. But it's just like, now, because you're so far away from insulting someone, there's basically no repercussions until people like this come out, and it's like, nope, your job's ours now. Kind of thing. Like, I don't... Every day's hell. Every day's hell.
it just becomes this extremely toxic back and forth, this toxic cycle. And you all look like psychopaths while I'm here on the sidelines, principled and losing. Forever. Like, social media, when this all was going down, was a train wreck.
Oh, no. Shoo, it is still a train wreck. It is still an ongoing train wreck. It is like an ongoing fight to try to get this. Like, people, well, stop. I just want to go on with my life for now.
Speaking of train wrecks, the RNC happened.
That is so fucking blurry.
Let me hear you cheer if you support Israel.
What?
Enough was enough, and I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. We become totally unhinged if Donald Trump is not elected in November.
What? What? Wait. Why is there a pork roast that's supposed to be a dog over there? Also, this dude looks like a ghoul. What the hell is going on over there?
At the RNC, Trump finally announced his VP pick, JD Vance, a
Who?
man who, according to Snopes, did not in fact fuck a couch. Well,
What?
you lost my vote. JD is a senator.
Wait, you wanted him to have? You what? Never mind, Shu. Never mind. You don't elaborate.
Ohio, the author of Hillbilly Elegy, and a terminally online post-liberal who follows me on Twitter.
What?
It is the weirdest thing to me. Democrats say that it is racist to believe.
Dude looks like a discount Bond villain. Also, why is the dude back there like looks like a Joe Biden clone? What's going on?
Well, they say it's racist to do anything. I had a Diet Mountain Dew yesterday, and one today. I'm sure they're going to call that racist too, but
What?
it's good.
What?
I love you guys.
That's my oomphy. This dude follows
No.
like 1,000 people, and 2 of them are me and my husband. There is a chance that we have a vice president who has retweeted the words Hitler Bussy 420.
What the heck? Did she actually tweet that? Actually, that's if that is all true, that'd be fucking wild though. The fact that she's that high up in the world, kind of in a way.
Oh, they did it. They literally did write about Mountain Dew. I hate
Why?
it. After posting on Twitter that he was dropping out, we didn't hear from Biden for a few days, and people started suspecting that he was dead. People genuinely thought the DNC took him out behind the shed and put him down like an old dog. The shooter missed. Quick, plan B. Kill Biden. Phones don't even look like this anymore.
This is true, this is true, this is true. Go gadget phone. No one would get that anymore, really.
This man's brain was so fried he had to drop out of the race, but he's still the president? We have a president who is too senile to run for president. So who is going to run for president? Who is coming to save us?
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Just as I predicted
What?
5 years ago.
America might get its first female president because the president stepped down or died. Empowering!
I don't know if you guys...
Are you? I was gonna say, are you a witch? But I've seen the clips of that happening before, and it's like, yes, I am.
Remember, but Kamala was not popular at all during the 2019 Democratic primary.
I didn't even hear this lady until she got into the position of power. I didn't even know who she was. But again, I am Canadian. I don't really follow the American politics system over there unless it's the current president. Like, okay, sure, cool, whatever you do, dude. Like, just keep your wars off my dirt, please.
Primaries. She dropped out before Iowa. She was less popular than Tulsi Gabbard, and people don't like to hear it, but she was literally chosen because of her gender. Like, it's not even a joke. During the debate, when it was Bernie versus Biden, they were asked who they're gonna pick as a VP, and Bernie was like, well, it depends if they're progressive and if they're following a progressive agenda, and Biden was like, I vow to get a female VP, and the crowd went nuts. We might have President Kamala Harris because Biden tried to outwoke Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders at West Lebanon. Harris is not going to win this election, and she is going to have a very difficult time winning unless she begins to speak forcefully about the needs of the long-neglected working class of this country.
The quote tweets and the replies were just full of thousands of people calling him sexist for this. Bernie is absolutely correct, though. Kamala has been so focused on getting, like...
It's not wrong. The working people have kind of been getting the shaft over here, too. Like, the divide in Canada and America basically is the same divide that's happening. It's just on different fucking ground. And it sucks.
Like, the TikTok vote with her little, like, brat summer thing. I don't know
what
the brat is. I'm old, but someone has to remind Kamala Harris that she's running for president of the United States, not president of the gays and women.
Okay, to be fair, though, on that part, Shue, yeah, I don't understand what the hell that is either. I am old. I am almost pushing 40. And, I can understand if they're trying to connect with their, fellow, like, hello, fellow children, or whatever the hell it is, you know, the saying goes. And it's just like, yeah, whatever. But
White Women for Harris meeting raised millions, broke Zoom.
Zoom exists still?
When I want to have a whites-only meeting, I'm called a racist. Wow.
As white women, we need to use our privilege to make positive changes. If you find yourself talking over or speaking for BIPOC individuals, or God forbid, correcting them, just take a beat. And instead, we can put our listening ears on.
Oh, no. Can Kamala Harris pull...
I was more distracted by how blurry that video was and the fact that her mic was phasing in and out of existence. Not gonna lie.
Off a victory in 3 months? 3 top strategists lay out how. How do you run a 3-month campaign in an era when presidential campaigns have become years-long affairs? We gathered 3 top campaigners to ask just that. We spoke with Patty Solis Doyle, who ran Hillary Clinton's 2008 presidential primary campaign, Robbie Mook, who ran Clinton's 2016 general election campaign.
Hi, Hillary Clinton team? Yeah, I need
Okay.
advice on how to win.
Okay, it was Hillary's team. I wasn't just like, wait, Bill didn't try to run again, did he? Because he was like a fossil then. So I wasn't sure what she meant by the Clinton team, because, yeah.
What? Do you think Hillary's, like, seething? If there's any reason to vote for Kamala, it's just to make Hillary extremely mad. It was supposed to be me! The Democrats are voting for a cop and the Republicans are voting for a felon. And one of the candidates' VP is a ShoeOnHead fan. Wild fan, folks. It's sick.
Oh my god, she's not wrong! One of them is... Oh my god. Well, Shoe, how does it feel to have that much, like, to be that known now if that happens? Like, if that dude gets in... Jeez. I wonder if, politicians, when they get into power, if they scrub their timelines. Because you can only go so far back.
Season. I don't know who's gonna win. All I know is that this is a race between two very different candidates.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Anyway, that was my little political video. I just wanted to cover everything that happened.
Is that what that's from, or was that edited?
during World War III and see how easy we had it. So, what are your thoughts?
Because that sounded exactly like the one Redeem that I've seen on a few Twitch streams. Hold on, let me back that up. Sorry, Shoe.
I'm gonna come.
Anyway, that was my little political video. I just wanted to cover everything that happened so we can, like, look back on this during World War III and see
Oh my
how
god.
easy we had it. So, what are your thoughts? Who do you think is going to win? Not who do you want to win, who do you think is going to win? Big thank you to everyone who donates to me on Patreon. I appreciate your support so much. If you'd like to support the channel, click the link down below, and I will see you guys very soon with a fun, non-political video.
Okay.
Bye.
That being said, though, like, who do I think's going to win? It's hard to say in this race, because the political landscape changes so fast, and that's the reason I don't follow it. Because it can be one thing one week, and then completely different thing another week. But it's hard to say. And like I said, it's getting to the point with, in my old brain now, that it's getting harder and harder to tell what is real and what's like a shit post, what's an AI post now, like, I don't know, social media is a dumpster fire and needs to be purged as well, so, like, we just need to go back to a time when facts were actually facts and not just bullshit. That's my take on it. So the leaders, if you're gonna make promises, deliver on them. Do not go back on your promises if you're trying to be a leader. Be a good leader, be one of integrity, and actually follow through with the promises you make. And don't make ridiculous promises either. Like, I don't know. I'm not. Like I said, I'm not a politician, but I'm just I'm just a cat that works and sometimes does videos on the internet and plays video games on the internet. Like, but yeah, she's right. Everything is in shambles right now, and it's just like there is so much to sort through. You have better luck finding something of value in a junkyard right now than sorting through this mess. Anyways, that's my reaction to ShoeOnHead America is in shambles, and glad she's still making videos, and I hope she keeps making videos because she was entertaining for me. And I know she's entertaining for some others too that I have seen react to her, so good on her. Anyways, that's all I'm gonna say because I'm starting to ramble, so bye for now.